What's going on, guys? Today we're getting some cool lights on the mini truck. Let's jump into it. So the truck has been gone for a little bit. My brother has been driving this for the last month for school. So the truck has been gone out of my possession. I have not driven this in like 3 or 4 weeks, but today's back. Today we're gonna do some free mods to the truck, thanks to Ryan's cousin. He hooked us up with some cool exterior lighting. So I was like, you know, let's throw it on the truck for no reason. Actually, driving out here where the new house is, there's a lot of deer, so actually this is gonna be a helpful mod. I'll bring out the kit and show you guys exactly what we're working with. All right, here we are. This is the box. These are KC lights. I'm kind of proud that they're KC lights. Anyways, Ryan's cousin Ben gave this to me because he did not end up using it on his Jeep. So they're going on the mini truck. The entire kit is in here, all the bulbs, the housings, as well as all the wiring, and even a cool little switch that's gonna go on the interior so you can flick them on and flick them back off. And they're not actually gonna be wired directly into like the actual switch. So they're not gonna be on while your normal low beams or high beams are on. So these are, technically we're gonna have like 2 separate lights when having the option of like brights. So I can turn my brights on for the truck and then also have these on if it's like super dark out like it is out in the middle of nowhere. So inside the kit comes 2 housings for the lights. I guess I'll just take out only one. These are actually pretty cool. So you can see there's a cover on here, but also you can flip up the cover when you want to use them. I'm assuming, yeah, you can just take these off if you don't want these. I might leave them on just to, you know, kind of look cool, but flick them up when I need them. And then they have the wiring on the bottom, as well as the swivel mount, so you can mount this any way on its axis. But yeah, I think the plan is that I'm gonna put these somewhere on the front bumper since it is plastic, and then wire it up, and then that's pretty much it. So tonight's just gonna be like a fun little install video. We haven't done anything like this in a little while. So let's go ahead and mock them up and just kind of see where we want to place these. Obviously we can't really go in front of the original housings. What we could do is go in right here and kind of hide them, or we can go like down here and mount them to the actual bumper. The easy route would be to go through here because we can pop off this front grill piece. And remember, this truck is like a $400 truck, so we're not gonna be aiming for perfection here, but I think the bumper would be a little bit harder to try and feed the nut on the other side of it to try and get to the bolt, unless we figure out a different way to mount them. But I think it might go with the grill. What do you think? It looks good like that?
Yeah, pop them open just to see what it looks like.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, let me look at it from the
then we
angle.
can pop the grill off and just mount them like that and have them stick.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
And it's kind of like
matches up where it's supposed to be.
Closed, black on black, you really don't see it. Down here it would be like, it would look
out of place.
The truck's already trashy, but you know.
You know, in the grill I think would be clean because it's black. It'll blend in a little bit better.
Let's do that because then we can take it off and mount them.
No, that's kind of nice. I was gonna say you could like black that out, but it's kind of cool that it's original.
They're halogen bulbs, if you're wondering, and so they're gonna be the same amber color as the low and high. Okay.
Hey George, would you chill it out there, bud?
Buddy.
Trying to film a video. Okay.
Anyways, the tone of it is going to be nice amber color, just like, well, not nice, I don't really like amber, but whatever. But yeah, let's get this grill off and see what we can mount. So I'll show you guys what else comes in the kit. You have your wiring right here, which has some poo on it. I don't even know what that is. I think it's the styrofoam. And then there's a fuse inside here. Here is the switch that I was talking about earlier. Simple. And then inside here, we have all the fittings as well as the mounting bolts that are going to go through the car itself.
Jeez.
Here's my sick battery setup. This is 100% held in by zip ties. The bottom half of the car, as you notice, you can see the tire. This is basically a drift car now. It's got no fender liner at all. It used to be there. Yep, fell out. So I had to zip tie everything on this side up. And actually it's pretty sturdy. There's been no problems. It's been like this for a month. Yeah, it works. So let's get the grill out and start cooking. Ha.
Do we need to take the grill out?
We're definitely gonna have to zip tie it so when the lights are on there that it doesn't fall off.
Alright, so we took the grill just out a little bit because we can lift it up and get to where we need to be to mount. All it really is, I don't know why I'm like spotlight. All it really is to mount is just 2 bolts well, 1 bolt each, a lock washer, and a nut. So we're just gonna drill a pilot hole into the grill, pop it in, and that'll pretty much be it besides running the wiring.
Shout out to the 1970s drill. This thing has been good to us.
You got way too close.
All right, one is done. It's not wired up, but we have it mounted. I'm thinking that as far as the swivel point, I want to like tighten the bottom one first, which I just did, and then the swivel, we're gonna have to like actually have the truck outside and see how our beam looks, and then from there we can raise or lower it. I don't know if I want them more facing down, middle, or like high. I'll probably do somewhere in between the middle and to low. It's also nice because I drive this during the winter and the snows up north get like pretty bad and you can't see. So having lights kind of facing down is a better idea than up, because then it looks like a bunch of like you're going through like Star Wars Galaxy or some stuff. So just down, it might be a little bit better, but we can always adjust it, and it's easy because it's on the outside and you just kind of swivel it. Lucky enough, we are trying to find an area to mount the switch that's going to be on the inside to turn on and off the lights. So we found a really good spot, and we think this is going to be the official spot for it. Super easy. So right here is a little plastic cap piece that sits on the main dash, kind of facing the driver, but on the passenger side. So all I have to do is like reach up, flick it off, and here's the mount. So all we're gonna do is cut with the Dremel the sizing for this little square to fit in there. It'll slide in, and then possibly I might like seal it up or something. I don't know, we'll figure out something. But perfect sizing that square is gonna fit right there. I'm gonna actually turn it on its front like this, go around, trace it, and then we're gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it purposely smaller so that we can work our way out until it kind of fits like nice and snug in there, because we don't want to take too much away and then have like an empty gap and it'll just fall through. So let's kind of draw something up here, and then actually what we could do even better is measure exactly the size of this, draw it out, and that's it. Okay, all right, so here is the kind of final product. I'm just going to leave it as is. The top fits in nice and snug. Well, there's a gap, but whatever. Top fits in nice and snug. The bottom I wanted to leave out and resting so that when you go and press it, it's not going to like fall back into there, if you know what I mean. I just want it to like not fall away. I'm also going around with like this weatherproof glue or whatever, just on the edges. Obviously it's not going to be a car ready for SEMA, but you know. Anyways, it's gonna work. Next part is just wired up, and then on the back, like we said, I don't know if we said on camera, but there's a ground, a positive, and the middle one is actually the light. I'm assuming for the green for it to light up. So we're gonna have to figure out how to wire this up. It did come with one long strand of wire, which we could actually, I don't think we're gonna have to use the entire thing. Maybe we will. If not, I have extra wire, but we're just have to like ground this somewhere, and then have the positive cables come from both of those, ground those, and then I guess the light one will also have to be a positive, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Hours have gone by, and supposedly all the wiring should be complete. So Jordan's gonna put the key in. We're gonna watch up here, and if the lights come on, then we know we did a good job. So let's see. Oh, we suck. Is it the ground? Did that light come on?
No.
Nothing.
So
nothing at all.
Alright guys, so I just took another look at this, and I know why it's not turning on, because we wired something a little bit wrong. So if you look at the instructions real quick, it says that the lights are wired directly into the power box. There's no power in between it, which that's where I messed up right there. So instead we're going to switch around the wiring, have one wire just connected from the battery with the fuse directly into the switch. The next one up is going to be the lights, which are already connected to the switch on the inside. That'll be easy. And then just the ground, and I'm going to keep the ground that I have right now and see if that works. And then if it doesn't work, then we know now it's the ground, but we just need to switch around the little connectors, then it should be working. Alright guys, welcome back to day 2 of finishing up the lights. It's actually been like almost a week since I've touched it, but the lights are on. Well, the lights are not on. The lights are physically attached to the car, but we need to figure out why they're not turning on. I got the interior light to turn on, the little green one on that switch. So if we go in here, that turns on, but the actual lights won't turn on yet. So I am thinking I'm just gonna like run through that one wire that goes from the inside to the lights and see if we have any weird things going on or something disconnected that I'm not aware of. Probably gonna take apart the dash a little bit and then just reroute the wires that are going into the actual lights themselves. We got the ground figured out as well as the switch. Everything over there looks good, but now it's just the lights that need to turn on. I don't really know what else it could be besides something being loose on the line to the lights, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and finish up these lights and see how bright they are. Okay, I think I just came up with a conclusion, which I thought this is what I was supposed to be doing the whole time, but the diagram on the box didn't say so, but it makes sense. There is a wire connected from both of those, which is the positive that goes to the switch. On that switch, there's the light, the green light that turns on, as well as the ground. I was thinking the whole time these things need to be grounded, but there's only one wire coming out of them. So there's like no way to ground it. I was looking around at a million different diagrams of the Casey lights, and they all say that these need to be grounded. So, but I was like, there's no wire. But now it makes sense. The bracket that mounts to the car is metal, which is the ground. I have it mounted to a piece of plastic. That's why it's not turning on. So I'm going to take wire and mount it to the metal and just route this to a piece of metal on the car. That's why it wasn't turning on, because it was like they want you to mount that to the body of the car, but I don't want to do it on any of the metal. I want it on the plastic. So that makes sense. I'm gonna mock this up, have it just like touch it, and then touch somewhere else to make sure I'm correct about that. And then if they turn on, then we're good to go. Oh, there we go. It's just a ground. All right, so we got them to work. Finally, just need to fix that ground. Go ahead and kick it on. Hey, there we go. Alright, so we're going to take it out for a little test drive, because we're going to have these with the brights and these with the brights. I guess my goal out of this was just to, I mean, they were free, but also to see better during winter time, especially because I only drive this during the snow, and there's a bunch of deer out where we live now, so having extra lights is not a bad thing. But let's go out and see how they look. I aimed the truck over so we can see it up against this line of trees. So we're gonna go ahead. There is our normal low beams. There's our normal high beams, and obviously it's gonna be hard to tell with it being this dark out. And then these add in a decent amount of light, and obviously on camera I won't be able to tell as much, but let's just go low beams, high beams, all the beams, all them beams. It looks very filling. I like it. It doesn't like I used to have an LED light bar in my last truck. It's definitely not as bright as those, but it definitely fills it in, and we were driving down the road, and it just like kind of adds to all the lights that you already have on. But yeah, it's pretty nice add-on. Thank you guys for watching this quick little install with the Casey highlights. If you guys want to pick them up, I will try and drop the link down below if you guys want some for your truck or car. I think they're a very nice add-on. I don't think that you can only run those, but they are kind of nice to kind of fill in the light in places that your normal lights won't reach, because you can actually aim them freely however you want to. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. We got a bunch of fun stuff coming on for this car as well as Ryan's car. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.